Right, new video today, kind of transport related, but we have a Tesla Model 3 Performance here. Partly tied into what we're doing with the Tesla build, we needed to do some R&D, and also I've never driven a Tesla, and I kind of wanted to know how one would drive, so we thought we'd get one and we use it for various different things. Eventually we want to drag this against our Tesla van when it's finished, but more about that later on. But yeah, so here it is, but they're just a bit too chromy for us. It drives absolutely amazing, it's ridiculously quick. It's eye-opening for how our Tesla van should hopefully drive. But so Sunday, non-uniform day, here we are at HQ. Mikey is here, and he's going to do what he does best and get this thing lowered. So we're not going silly low with this. So we spoke to the guys over at IBAC UK, and they sorted us out a set of 25mm lowering springs, I think they are. So so by the weekend, this should have been hit with a Transport HQ stick. So lowered, dechromed, new wheels, front lip, window tints, just a few bits just to make it a little bit more us, and then it'll feature in some of the Tesla builds. But so towards the end of this video, we'll give you a bit of an update on what's going on with the actual Tesla build. The seats are here, the brakes are here, the suspension's here, roll cages all booked. So we'll go through that towards the end. But first of all, let's get this inside and get Mikey to get it a bit lower.
So we're actually meant to be lowering this now, but look at this knob.
Decide yes, it's pointless, and yes, technically when you're filling up the fuel, you shouldn't have.
Watching himself in his Tesla on the screen. Unbelievable.
Right, there we go, all done. So that's lowered 25mm front and rear on the IBAC setup. So I'll just take you in a bit closer. We're going to get loads of abuse from the Tesla purists because they hate all this stuff. But to our standards, obviously it's not particularly low, but this is all new to us. Don't want to mess around with them too much. It has actually made quite a lot of difference. Looks really nice. There we go. Well done, Mikey. That's a day 2, or day 3. Day 1 we collected it, day 2 we lowered it, day 3 it's in one of our other units now, and Taylor's here from Autodents, and he's going to be tinting the windows. Tesla Dechrome. So in the need to keep it transport related, check out that. Louis Neal's come from SignFX to dechrome the van. Oh, look at that going by. Don't see them very often. Anyway, there you go. How sick's that? I do love his van. Looks so well on the Cantaras. Oh, maybe this Tesla needs a full colour wrap now, I've seen that. Anyway, so Louis inside just getting rid of the chrome. Mikey is trial fitting some wheels. I think they're going to look pretty good. Looking forward to seeing them with some rubber on it. What have we got?
Rotoform LASRs in 20-inch black. Smarten it right up.
Thankfully these are transport fitment as well, so they also fit 5x120. So what are these, 5x114?
114 and 5x120.
Yeah.
So
it looks too dark in it, you can't really see that. We'll check back on those later on. Right, Dechrome all done, looks way nicer. Badge is done, indicators all around the door frames, rear badge as well. So we've also lost that kind of bulky number plate that they seem to come as standard of, and on the same thing on the front, a bit naughty I suppose, but we stuck reflective one but a lot smaller number plate. They all seem to come with a really sticky, bulky, sticky out number plate. But there you go. Anyway, right, Mike is going to get this inside now, and we're going to fit the splitter and then it's all done. Right, there we go, done. Like I said, nothing that we're used to doing with transporters, but do you know, I love this thing. We kind of just bought it for the whole development thing, and because we want to be able to drag this against the Tesla. So this thing does 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, and that's mind-bending. I know cars can go quicker, but your brain just can't comprehend how fast that's going without the noise of an engine. So when you first do it, first couple of times, and the novelty wears off, but it's ridiculous. There's loads of YouTube videos of Tesla 0 to 60 reactions, and everybody is like, but anyway, it is like that. Anyway, it was kind of just a bit old manny and boring when it was all chrome, and we've done our thing to it, made it black and put a splitter. So that's the new, that's a Maxton design splitter. It's not crazy, it's just added that little bit of detail. Rotor form, LASRs, nice wheel on a transporter, look really nice on a Tesla too. All the handles all done black, badges done black, window tints done. Just really like it. I think it's a really nice car, and they're just so good to drive. So we already have the charging point in here. We had it put in for the Tesla van that we're building. So, you know, 260 miles this thing does. So yeah, I've been driving around, I really like it. It'll do till my new van arrives. So I sold my Ascot grey van. That was a sad moment, but anyway, my new one comes in September, October, I think. So I'll happily enjoy driving this one in the meantime. Anyway, yeah, so that's that done. We're finished with that now, until we get a chance to actually move on to the Tesla van and start racing them against each other, drag racing them against each other. Anyway, so let's give you some updates on the Tesla van. Tesla powered van. So we'll go and do that now. So anybody that's here because they found it, or they've found the video on the Model 3 and kind of wonder how relevant that is to us, well, if you've not already seen our old videos, we're putting 2 large Tesla Model S motors in a Volkswagen Transporter. Never been done before apparently, not 2 large Tesla Model S motors in anything, I don't think, so should be interesting. Been quite tricky along the way, and look at the sorry state of that. Look how high that is. It looks terrible, doesn't it? But we're finally making progress, so anybody that's been waiting for updates on that, it's only really just because we've been waiting for the right people at the right time to get involved in the right bit. Do you remember that annoying issue we had with the clocks that we were trying to overcome, where it had, well, this, I'll show you. Loads of warning lights. Yeah, just about everything to be expected. Right, so that's now sorted. Just waiting for the clocks to come back, but some clever little coding been done to solve that. So next up, this thing's going off the JP cages. It's been collected tomorrow, and going off the JP cages, and they're putting a full welded in roll cage system in it. When you get 1,000 brake horse, we don't want to risk twisting this thing, and also we want to send it around the Nürburgring, so it needs to have a roll cage. So it's having the lot, full, complete welded in roll cage. So that'll feature in the next episode. We're going to try and film the guys doing some of that, and yeah, send somebody up to get some footage of that. So yeah, that's happening then, and then once that's done, it can come back to us. Suspension, wheels, seats, polybushes, all that kind of stuff, before we then move on to the next stage, which is getting all the electrics together. So let me just show you that one. Look. See that? That's next episode next week. Quite an interesting one. Got a lot of work to do on that. Right, so yeah, in fact, look at the state of this. So full dash out. So the roll cage all needs to go behind the dash. We've had to take all the dash out. But not a lot really happened to this. This obviously is just some old seats, because we used the actual seats from this in the flatbed. Yeah, so going around the back, not a lot really to see, other than look at these new stoppers from Forge Motorsports. So with all that horsepower, extra horsepower, you need some bigger brakes. So Forge have kind of sorted this out with those in electric blue. It had to be electric blue. So they'll be going on the next episode. And then I'll just show you a few of the bits that are going on. I'll just pop inside and show you that now. Right, so seats and suspension. So these seats have arrived from Cobra. They've done such a good job of these. The detail is amazing. So we've got both of these go in the front. So it'll have 2 single fronts with harnesses that are coming off the roll cage that JP Cage are making. So suspension wise, this here is a first ever. This is a monotube suspension built specifically for this van by Bill Stein. So it's adjustable dampening, monotube front and rear. So really excited to get this on and see how it rides. Spring options, there's a couple of various different spring options, so we're going to see how it sits when it's all weighted up and it's got the motors in, and work out what we're going to go for there. It's finally starting to come together. So that's this episode pretty much wrapped up. The van is going off to have the roll cage fitted this week, so we'll try and get some footage of that, and then it will come back here and have the suspension fitted, the seats fitted, H&R anti-roll bars, Powerflex is supplying us with polybushes to put on to change throughout. Forged big brakes, obviously they're going to go on it as well. Yeah, and that's it, and then we'll keep evolving. So we've got an episode coming next week on the van I showed you outside earlier on, the OMG racing van. There's a whole story behind that, but we'll cover that next week. So yeah, something a bit different, not to everybody's cup of tea. If you're here for Teslas, then make sure you subscribe, because we're building the cool van with the Tesla motors in. If you're here for transporters and you're not interested in Teslas, I'm sorry, but there you go, we enjoyed it. So as always, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell to get notifications, and share it with anybody you think that might be interested. As always, thanks for watching.